Hello, Facebook and YouTube friends. I'm Renee McLaughlin. Welcome to my live stream this Tuesday night. I hope you guys are all doing just fantastic. So, tonight I want to go over the results that some of my ladies had during the 30-day T-Tapp New Year's challenge that I said. The challenge ended last Wednesday, and all the results are coming in now. And as always, I'm blow away amazed. So I really wanted to share some of them with you. But before I share these results, I want to talk to you about what we actually did in this 30-day challenge. So you get a sense of how much activity was there really? What was the challenge all about? And then when you hear the results, you'll kind of be like, really? That's all they did to get those kind of results? Yes, it's all they did. So here we go. During the 30-day challenge, we did 30 minutes. So all the classes that I did, the T-Tapp classes, were all 30 minutes. And we did them live. Of course, I also recorded them so people could go back and rewatch them. But we did them live Monday through Friday of the first week. So it was like a 5-day boot camp. And then on Saturday, I did a gentle somatic stretch class, which is, I think, just a huge part of the results because it allows us to just relax, release all those tight muscles. And I'll tell you what, so much of our COVID, stress, belly fat, weight, all has to do with stress. So whatever we can do to relax and release that stress really helps with the results you're going to hear. And then for the next 4 weeks or 3.5 weeks, we just did a 30-minute T-Tapp class every other day. That was it. And then a Saturday stretch class. So it's 30 minutes every other day for the majority of that challenge. So it's not like we were working out a ton. So I want you to keep that in mind when I just start sharing some of the results that we got. So I'm just going to kind of go down here quickly. So one lady lost 2 inches off her waist. And she was actually sick when she started. So she didn't even get to really start into about week 2 or 3. 2 inches off her waist. One lady had her knees stop hurting. I mean, just that. What is that worse? Just to have your knees stop hurting when your knees are always hurting. Somebody else had more muscles, clothes fitting differently. Somebody else was down 6 inches off their body, 1 inch off each arm, and their clothes were falling off. And she had said, all she was doing was this T-Tapp. And her son looked at her the other day and said, "Are you eating or are you starving?" Because she was just shrinking right before his eyes, which is very cool. Somebody else lost 15 and 2.25 inches and gained momentum. Right. So just starting, she started doing the classes. She lost over 15 inches and now she feels that momentum going forward. Somebody else lost 10.45 inches and their clothes again, of course, are fitting better and they just have more energy. Better mentally and more energy. More energy is a common theme. One woman said that she would do the class and then she would just be so relaxed that night, like it just really took away a lot of the tension. But really caught her attention was when she would get up in the morning and she just felt great. She had so much energy. And she said this was a very unusual thing because she has spent years just getting and dragging herself up in the morning. So huge. Another person lost 12 inches, same thing, and gained energy. One woman released sore and imbalanced muscles in their lower back and psoas. And they had been struggling with these tight, sore muscles for a very long time. And she attributed that definitely to some strengthening with the T-Tapp, but also to the somatic classes, really releasing that. I love that. One lady finally in caps, she wrote to me, "Lost in my upper thighs." And upper thighs, depending, can be a challenging place when that is your body type. which would be a long torso, short legs. Upper thighs can be challenging, but she finally lost. And somebody else lost over 3 inches, but this was interesting. She lost 3 inches under her rib cage and her posture improved. So as you start lifting and learning how to lift your ribs, especially lifting using the breath and doing rotations, she was able to really cinch in under the rib cage, which I just found amazing. Somebody else lost 17 inches and again is just feeling fantastic. I think you get the picture. So we had, once again, some phenomenal results. And again, you just don't have to do a lot when you're doing this beautiful mindful movement. So I really wanted to give you some of these because I want this to inspire you. If you had done T-Tapp in the past and was just life got in the way, or you just had the DVDs and it was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, I really want to inspire you to come back to it, whether you take those DVDs back out or you get one of my recorded classes or you come on live. You know, there's something to doing these classes live with me or whoever is teaching live, but I'm specifically saying about my classes. Every class that I teach now for T-Tapp, 30 minutes. You do not need to exercise longer than that when you're using really good mindful movement. You're activating all those muscles. That's really what it takes. The body responds so beautifully. This workout was just so brilliantly designed, right down from working the feet, the fascia, the hands, stretching, pumping the lymphatics, really learning how to engage those muscles. It's all these things all added up the way it was designed to really help you get those kinds of results. So if you're looking for the results, grab out those DVDs, come join me in a live class, get a recorded class package, just begin. And just as that other lady said after she lost 15 and some inches, it just starts to motivate you. Once you start, you feel better. That's your upward spiral. So I'm going to really encourage you to do that. And hi to Lauren and to the other person who came on. So glad. Thank you for saying hi to me. And if you have any questions, make sure that you post them down there in the comments so I make sure that I answer those. All right. So I had asked in my T-Tapp Tips group, what questions, if you could ask me, would you ask me? And so I got a few interesting ones, and I would love to answer those for you. So one of the questions that I get, and I do get this a lot, especially when I start sharing these kinds of blow away results, everybody always says, what did you do? Which workout did you do? Well, here's the thing. Honestly, I know I say this and you just want me to tell you exactly, but I'm going to preface this exactly with saying it really doesn't matter. Pick the T-Tapp workout that you love to do. Maybe pick one or two, but if you enjoy that one, do that one. Every T-Tapp workout works every single muscle. That's the beauty to it. So yes, we have variety because variety is the spice of life. And we also know that the body loves variety. Whenever you can challenge it with new things, it really responds beautifully, as does the brain. And for those of us who are putting a few more candles on the cake, and by the way, that's all of us, we need to keep that brain juicy and challenged. And movement, creating new novel movement is what really helps that brain stay young and vital, as well as the brain. And it's why when I teach, every class, even though it's all T-Tapp, is a little different so that we get that challenge and you can get that. But that being said, it really doesn't matter. So even if you're saying, well, Renee, I really want to get rid of my belly fat. Well, you know what? Basic workout, the basic 15 minutes will do that. Why? Because it all focuses on the spine and the torso, right? In every workout, in primary back, what are we doing? We're curling and we're arching. You're using all those core muscles. We do a reach scoot. We're stretching those muscles up the side. We do jazz twist or T-tap twist. We're rotating. This is how you work in this, but you want to do it full body. You want to work the body from the top to the bottom. So again, it just doesn't matter. Now, that being said, I know the other question I get is, how about just doing the walking workouts? Can I get these kinds of results doing the walking workouts? Yes. The answer is yes. If the workout that you love is a walking workout with stepping and you're using T-tap technique, you're going to get those kinds of results. Can you do it every other day? Well, you know what? Every other day, other than the first 5 days in a row, that's all we did for this challenge. So those results speak for themselves. Every other day is a beautiful thing. I had one lady there that really, she's used to doing a lot of work, and she's like, well, can I do it every day? Yes, you can do it every day. Just check in with your own body. And what does that mean? I know a lot of us are like, I don't even know what that means. And I understand that. We're not used to stopping, getting out of our head, putting our focus down inside our body. And that's one of the beautiful things too that we learn with the somatic classes, is how to get out of our head, sink down, relax, start to move, and really notice what messages your body is giving you. So, if you get up and you're just like, that day, the thought of it, I just can't do it again, then skip a day. That's what we're talking about. Now, it's not the emotional, oh, I just don't want to do it, I'd just rather sit here on the couch. That's a little bit different than truly listening to the body. When the body is saying, you know what, I need a break today, I'm tired, then maybe just get on the floor and just stretch out, right? Or do one of the T-Tap stretch classes. There were some beautiful ones that Teresa did. So again, listen, can you do it every day? The T-Tap police are not going to come get you if you do it every day. Do you need to do it every day? No, you can maintain the results, get results, and maintain them with an every other day schedule. Now, that being said, that's for doing an actual workout, right? An exercise where you're really focused, you're activating all those muscles. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't move more throughout the day. You see, the human body was designed for movement. Think about even back in caveman days, right? We sat around the fire, we did that, and then we got up and we moved and we foraged and we took care of the kids, and we were always moving, right? We weren't sitting at a desk like this, hunched over. Now, I understand that so many of us, that's our job. That's what we have to do. But please do your body and your mind and your energy a favor. And whether you have to set an alarm or whatever, if you can do it every hour, it's beautiful. Every hour and a half, get up and just move. Do some stretches. Do a set of hoe downs. Do some push-ups if that's something that you're able to do. Get up and move. Walk to the bathroom. That's another good reason to drink water, right? Oh, got to get up, got to go, go to the bathroom. Let's do a quick set of hoe downs, move the energy, and now off we go again. So the more that you can move, that's why walking, just walking outside, not even power walking, just walking. The body was meant to do that, and it loves it. And that's really how you can keep that mind and body together. So I hope that answered that question. Thank you. So somebody asked, and I appreciate the question, dry skin brushing, since the T-Tap products are not available, is clear aloe gel good enough? I want to get rid of my belly apron. I'm not sure what you mean about the clear aloe jelly good enough. I'm not sure how you would use that. Dry brush, you just dry brush. So obviously you kind of know that. Putting on clear aloe gel on your skin is always a beautiful thing. It's very healing for the skin. It's actually also healing if you get a good organic to take it. So sorry, I'm not quite sure what how else you would use it. But if I answer that question, great. And if not, feel free to clarify. Hey, Deb, thank you. I didn't realize that's who you were. So thanks for saying hi to me over there. I appreciate that. All right. So what other question? Okay, here's a great question that somebody asked me. And I want to not only answer it, but I'm going to actually demonstrate. I'm going to drop my camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. And somebody asked me about jazz twist. And what she said was, is it necessary to do the turns from side to side? And what she said is, it takes me so long to get myself into the right position. So I just kind of stay there and do about 10 of them. And then I put myself in the position and stay there and do 10 of them. So let me answer that question. It's not necessary. You can do it any way you want. But I will show you what I believe is a pretty easy way to get yourself into the position. So let me just share that with you real quickly. So I like to do this with a bear claw hand meeting. You're going to do that and pull your knuckles back here. Put your hands low on the hips, because we know we don't want it up here. And then I'm going to lift my heel with that arm there. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn right to here. And I'm going to do my jazz twist. And when I'm done, I'm going to go here. Now notice, I'm in a plie. Then I'm going to switch. And I'm going to come over. And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to switch. So if you just bring yourself into a plie, plie and over, and plie and over, you'll get there. Remember, though, the biggest thing that I see with jazz twist is we do this. And you don't want to do that to get the best results. Why? You want that spine straight. You want that shoulder and hip aligned. And this is all about taking that back shoulder, pulling it back. It's a push-pull, but it's more of a pull. So let's say it's a pull-push. You're going to pull back with that back shoulder and forward with the front. Now notice, I have not leaned at all. So when you do that, that spine is there and you get that beautiful squeegee. So I hope that helps. Don't have to. You're still going to get the squeegee. Perfect. But maybe that will make it a little bit easier for you to go side to side. All right. What else would it be doing? Okay. So a couple of people wanted to know, what is my personal workout schedule? So I'm going to preface this, happy to tell you, but I'm going to preface this like, in a way, it's not really fair, because when you remember that this is what I do for a living, this is my career, let's put it that way. So it's really important for me to always be exploring, experimenting, moving, working with it, and teaching. So I teach like 6 days a week. So I'm going to be moving a lot more than somebody, obviously, who sits at a desk. All right. So that being said, I do teach live classes every day in the afternoon here. And so in the morning, I get ready for that class. What does that mean? Well, I do, because every class that I teach is just a little bit different. I spend a little time deciding and practicing what I'm going to teach. Yes, I do practice and put together classes that I feel would be really helpful and that my ladies would like. So I'm already kind of on the floor. I'm always warming the body up. I'm always stretching. I'm coming up with new things. I might be watching somebody else's class just to get some inspiration and see if I want to include that in our classes. So I'm already moving in the morning. Then I teach my class, and then I usually have appointments, some where I'm doing some personal training with people, but a lot where I'm just doing one-on-one coaching where I'm not actually moving. And then a lot of times later in the afternoon, especially if I've been sitting, I get up and I move. I do, whether I go for a walk outside if the weather's nice. If not, I'll get on the floor. I'll do some stretching, and maybe I'll do some floor classes. And that's what I do. So I do move a lot. And then somebody else said, and how do you keep up your energy? And I will tell you, between that and I am very disciplined with my nutrition. And because especially as I've gotten older, I found that I have to be. in order to be able to teach and have that kind of energy and keep my body in a place that feels the best for me from a health standpoint. So I eat a very balanced diet. That's what I found for me to be the very best. So I do, a lot of like lean protein, a lot of low glycemic veggies, a little low glycemic fruit, a little good, good fat, but I'm pretty darn disciplined. At 4'11" and in my 60s, there's not a lot of room for a lot of excess if I want to maintain my energy and feel really good. So I do that. But girls, I will tell you that there is some dark chocolate in that day. I do allow myself, treat myself to some dark chocolate because, listen, we all got to live, right? So I hope that helps. If that's of interest to anybody, that's sort of how I keep it up. And I do also, I take my perfect aminos because I find that it's really difficult to get enough bioabsorbable protein, especially as we get older. And I know that really keeps me strong, keeps me having good muscle tone. It's good for skin. It's good for immune. So I always take my perfect aminos. And I use Body Health Multi because it's a very well-balanced multi. It's got everything in it and not too much. And I also take fish oil. And I actually take quite a bit of fish oil because it keeps down the inflammation, balances the omega-6s with the omega-3s. And by the way, fish oil, clean, is also very anti-inflammatory. What else do I take? I take Body Health's Inflamarest. I like to have some curcumin and some turmeric, some of that with the black pepper, just to keep down the inflammation. Because again, when you're working out all the time, you do get a little inflamed. All right, that's about me. So you asked, I answered, and let's move on. Let me see, was there something else? Oh, a few people said to me, yeah, Renee, I would ask you to stand right by me and tell me if I'm doing the moves right. And here's the bottom line. We can do this if that's really what you're looking for. I've seen so many people say, Renee, I don't do T-Tapp because I'm afraid I'm going to do it wrong. Come on. That's very sabotaging, right? You're not going to do it wrong. However you do it is how you do it. You're not going to get hurt with it. Especially if you're doing one of my recorded classes, because I teach slowly and give you plenty of time to get yourself into those positions. But that being said, I'm excited to share with you because the 7:00 p.m., and these are Eastern Standard Time, so adjust for your own time zone, 7:00, appeared to be very popular. It's the time that I did all of those challenge classes, and people were able to come on. It's the evening or late afternoon for most people. I'm going to begin to do the 7:00, yay, p.m. Classes, so T-Tapp classes. So for any of you that want to come on. You can come on live via Zoom, and I can see you. You can see me as long as you have your camera on. And I'm going to begin those. The first one, they're going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7. And I'm going to do a Saturday at 10 Eastern Standard in the morning. So you can do an every other day, 3 days a week. And then after the Saturday class, I'm going to have stretch class. So if you also would enjoy just getting on the floor and really relaxing, relaxing the nervous system, they're beautiful classes, especially right after a T-Tapp class. So that's going to start on March 2nd. I'm going out of town next week, but starting then we'll have live classes. Now, one of the things that everybody, including myself, says they love is not just the classes. Of course, that's great because I, again, will teach slow. You can follow along. Everybody is able to follow, whether you're a brand newbie or you're somebody that's quite experienced, because T-Tapp is just like that. The more you do, the more you get out of it. They're going to be great. What was I right about to say something? And I just lost it. I think I need more T-Tapp with that. Anyway, I'll leave the link. Oh, I know what I was going to say. And then after the classes is when we just, have time to ask questions. If you're not sure about a move, I can watch you when even though there's a lot of people on, when somebody is saying, well, this is what I look like, and I may be able to help and share a little bit about that, everybody learns. And then new information is shared. And so many T-Tappers have such great information because we're all intelligent women. We all study all this different stuff, so we can all learn from each other. It's really the after class that's also almost as good as those classes. So I'd love to have you come on. If you're not sure if you're doing it right, let us look, check it out. What is stopping you? We're all just a family here at T-Tapp, and we love to help each other. So I love to invite you to that. I'll leave a link. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll leave it in the descriptions tomorrow. And if not, I'll have it also in the comments and in the T-Tapp Tips group. Am I selling the recordings to this past challenge? I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, to be honest, Lauren. I have so many recorded packages that I'm not sure I want to do that one. I might, though, if I get enough people asking me for that, I could certainly do that. The other thing that I do want to mention too is, and just put a Y down there in the comments if this is you. How many of you just have a hard time being consistent? For me, as a coach and trainer for over 30 years, that's really the biggest thing people say. I'm good for a little while. I'll do a challenge. And then when the challenge is over, I'm like, plop, plop, done. Like for short periods of time, I can do it, but I just can't seem to get consistent. And or life gets in the way. Yes, thank you, right? It is a challenge. So because of that, I've also started an accountability group. Yes, Renee, I just need somebody to help me be accountable. That's what we're going to do in the accountability group. That accountability group is going to start on February 28th, the day before the live classes. So live classes are a great way to stay consistent. You come on, it's an appointment with yourself, but I'm also starting an accountability group, and there's lots of information. I'll leave a link for that as well. But I'm only going to have 10 women in the class, in that group. I don't want any more than that because I want everybody to get the support that they want. And you're going to be able to choose. And it doesn't just have to be T-Tapp or exercise. It's about your health. What specific action steps would you love to have as your new healthy habits? And it can be anything, right? Whether, I know for me, for this one, gotta confess, I know how important water is to drink during the day. I know this. I know it improves your metabolism. It helps with elimination. It's great for skin. It's great for detoxing. It's great for everything that ails you. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't drink a lot of water. I drink all day long, but I drink a lot of tea. I drink some decaf coffee. I drink, but I don't drink a lot of just pure water. So that's going to be one for me that I'm going to use as accountability. But if there are some things that you just really want and you would love support with other women who are just there, we're all going to be there to help each other move forward and create new healthy habits that are going to last. You know, there was a study done by the Academy of Science and something or other. Sorry, I'm not really good at all that, but I'm going to link it. And they did a study on accountability. And what they found is that when we create action steps that we want to do, and we have a set appointment to share with one person or a group, that the probability of succeeding is 95%. That's huge, 95%. There's not anything else I can imagine that can allow us to have those kinds of consistent results when you're doing it all by yourself. So don't beat yourself up. You know, we're in our own lives. We have the same people talking to us. It's just so hard to get ourselves up and out and really do something different, to have a new habit that you put in and do it and do it and do it and have a focus on it with other people who are all there also having their own new habits that they're trying to put in. So accountability group, I'm excited for. I'm going to leave that. And if that's something you would think would be helpful, I'd love to have you, but don't procrastinate, because truly at 10 women, I'm cutting it off. Accountability groups cannot get too big or they're not healthy. We've got to keep them small so everybody gets the support that they're looking for. Live classes, come on. Anything else that you want? Hey, Margie, it's always good to see you. You need somebody with a whip. You do not need a whip. You need a carrot. You need something, a carrot. So what would be your carrot? How about a carrot instead of a whip? And the carrot is, you know what? You'll feel so much better, right? And then once we start to feel so much better, that carrot goes up and it's that upward spiral. So I'm not all about the whip unless you really need me to be. Other than that, it's all good. We'll take the carrot. Very good. So thanks, you guys. And you were saying Fruit of the Loom aloe gel. Yes, that was actually the aloe gel that Teresa actually recommended in organic. And I know it's really inexpensive, and you can get it probably even at the local drugstore or short on Amazon. So it's a beautiful one. So I hope that helps. Thanks, ladies. Thank you so much always for supporting the classes, supporting T-Tapp, supporting me, coming on. And I look forward to sharing again with you, hopefully not next week because I'm gone, but maybe the week after. Take good care. Bye.